Adi coming in with American Love, playing right here on the media of the 21st century. This is the Black Fire Network radio station. It is exactly 15 minutes past 1 p.m. right here in the 254. Karibuni sana to everyone who's actually joining us through YouTube, on Rumble, everyone with us on BitChute as well on the radio station. I hope you guys are having a wonderful week so far. It is an amazing Thursday here. The weather is quite actually amazing. I can't say it's not really that it's that bad, but I hope, of course, for those who have been experiencing snow, I hope things have cooled down. I've not checked, of course, the current information of what is happening, but I hope the situation is under control. Bakaribuni sana once again, where today we shall be talking about Zimbabwe, and this was actually on Tuesday. I remember the conversation I was having right here when we were talking about what is, or rather, what should Africa learn from the US, actually, rather the United States of America withdrawing from the World Health Organization. We saw, of course, some of the executive orders that Trump was signing. Is that he signed, rather did sign off, that is the United States of America from the World Health Organization. And I discussed this on Tuesday, and my question, or rather the topic I had was, what should Africans learn from this? And apparently, it's just 2 days, or rather less than 2 days, and we see already African puppets expressing their concerns. So we're talking about the Zimbabwe finance minister who's expressing his concern of the US withdrawing from the WHO. And we shall be getting into further details because it says that actually this is going to lead Zimbabwe to lack aid. Number one, it's going to experience aid cuts, and also the country is affected by HIV and AIDS. So they need to actually they need funds. But we shall be talking about that and much more. It's very funny. And of course, it's not something that I didn't see coming, because I did say America and Africa are big cooperators. So, of course, when America does something, it's going to affect so many other African countries. And this is one of them. But along that, we shall also be going back a little bit into history as we check into the 1987, where there is scientifically, an article that talks about, of course, Black women being the only people, rather, where Black women actually are the only one that possess the mitochondrial DNA that actually has all variations possible for every different kind of human being. We shall be discussing on that. Of course, this is something Keith has been teaching us. But along that, we shall also talk about, of course, the new vaccination that has been introduced that is in Africa. And we're talking about countries like, of course, Cameroon, and many more that actually received the same vaccine that is in 2021. We shall be getting into the details. And along that, we shall also talk about what is happening that is also in Jamaica. There's also snow. I'll be giving short details about that. When you talk about our mineral resources, I'll be sharing a very sad video. We shall talk about the Alliance Sahel states and the climate mineral summit, rather a certain meeting that is actually a critical minerals and climate action that is being held in South Africa, that is under the G20 priorities. So karibuni sana, that's our top discussion for the day, and I hope you guys, of course, remember to download our app. Check us out on our app that is on the Google Play Store. You'll find Blackout Fire Network is the name. And once you have the app, we have amazing supplements, amazing merchandise. I'll be coming back to let you know much more about it after this short musical break. So ensure you rush. Just take 1 minute of your time right now. Go to the Google Play Store if you're using an Android device. If you're using an iPhone, we have an active website link where you can check these supplements, www.blackoutfirenetwork.com. Tonight on the Culture Show, as we extend much more of this amazing music. If you, in case you'd love to request some TBT. So on a Thursday, of course, we'll be throwing it all the way back. Karibuni, that is on the Culture Show tonight, right here. So ensure you have the application, just like I said. You can find us on the Google Play Store because that's where I shall be live. And also, that is also on our website. I'll be live also on our TikTok. And of course, I hope you guys get to enjoy much more of this amazing. Coming from the Blackout Fire Network radio station, 22 minutes past the top of the hour. And of course, welcome back. Like I said, we have amazing supplements that I'd love to hook you guys up with. If in case you've been looking for to add maybe boost your vitamins, nutrition, or maybe your proteins, maybe you'll be looking for some amino acids, beauty, hair, nail, skin essentials. We have all of it right here, and we got you covered. So ensure you have the application, all coming at a very affordable price. Ensure once you purchase, you can question after the purchase or before the purchase. We have an active an active chat, just write down here. And also we have an active email, kcnewsam15 at gmail.com. kcnewsam15 at gmail.com is the email that you can actually be able to communicate with us. And of course, also ensure you check out the apparel store. And of course, you can be able to pay slowly for those who are not able to take the merchandise with them straight at home with them. So ensure you check out the amazing supplements we have and the merchandise. We have hoodies, we have hats, we have beanies, we have short glasses, we have some amazing sandals. Depends what you actually like. And actually also we have the sizes that you can pick. We have different colors. Depends what you like. So karibuni sana once again, and I hope you guys get to check that out and purchase. Don't just check, ensure you purchase. But of course, as we get started with today's conversation, I shall be starting with some good news before we get into, all these other news coming from the continent of Africa. And this is coming from the Alliance Sahel state. And this is something I was to report yesterday, but due to what we're talking about, I said we'll talk about it today. So the Alliance Sahel state has been able to form 5,000 troops, a military unit. And of course, this has been the goal of this particular, these three countries, especially Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. From the moment they claimed, of course, independency and power, all they've been focusing on is how they can create a strong military. And that is basically what Ibrahim Traore has been preaching since he took over power. Like, as Africa, as a continent, we need to have a strong military. And he went ahead and even challenged the African puppets last week and told them we need to dissolve, we need to denounce actually all the militaries that we have in Africa, because the way they're set up, they don't serve the people. They're here to monitor how African countries are moving so that they can be able to start war. And that is basically what has been happening. But on this other end, actually things are moving according to the plan, and I love to see it.
Three junta-ruled countries in Africa's Sahel region will join forces to create a 5,000-strong unit to fight the jihadist violence that has for years plagued the nations. Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali will create a unified force within weeks, Niger's Defense Minister Salifou Modi said on Tuesday. The three nations are former French colonies where the military deposed civilian administration in putches between 2020 and 2023. Each of the three countries has been wrecked by attacks by jihadists allied with either Al-Qaeda or Islamic States for decades, violence that governments have not been able to eradicate despite help from French forces. Following the coups, the three countries distanced themselves from France and last year formed a confederation, the Alliance of Sahel States. The three countries already carry out joint anti-jihadist operations, especially in the region where their borders meet and the attacks are the most frequent. They all expelled French forces, opted out of ECOWAS, and sought new alliances with countries like Russia that are keen to increase their presence in the region after the coups.
Of course, and we know this is going to make the US and we're going to see literally, of course, US, France, all the European countries, literally all the people who control power in Africa trying to fund, the drones. They'll try every means possible to ensure this is not going to progress. But I just love the strength and the unity that actually these three countries have had, and they mean business, and we love to see it. It's not all about tumetenga. We've set aside, we need to attain the summits, we need to do nothing like that. They mean actions, and they are putting in action. So I love to see this actually, and I have to start that with that, some positive news coming from the Western countries, these three Western countries, and that is the Alliance Sahel state, which of course consists of Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali. Chad was supposed to be part of it, or rather is part of it. I'm not really sure of the details coming from this particular country, but what I'd say is that according to some news I think I read last week, I was like, nah, Chad is a country that needs to be very investigated before they are actually enabled to join the Alliance Sahel state. Those are my 2 cents on that. But as we get to move on, when we talk about our control of our own resources, I'm going to share a very sad video. And this is actually something I've just seen like a few hours ago. And my heart is broken to see this. This is the norm of, and this is why Burkina Faso, Niger, and Mali are claiming power, literally. because this has been going on for so long, and these people are seen on the media as if they are our friends because they have come here to create the poor infrastructures. We're talking about the Chinese. We know that the Chinese company actually majority, of course, control, or rather have set up companies in Africa that control our mineral resources. And they have used, or rather they have been using our Africans, of course, as their workers, as their slave. They don't want to pay them well. And this is a video where a man just asked for his pay and immediately he was shot. They are bullying him, already is bleeding to death just because he asked for his pay, and they fired him. So it's crazy to see this happening, and you ask yourself, I mean, till when are we going to allow this to happen? Number one, the fact that we don't even have strong militaries, leave alone even the alliance. Now, the rest of us, we lack strong militaries. We have weak leaders who already feel threatened, even without being touched. It's so crazy. It's so sad. It's so sad. So I'm gonna just read this short note of what this guy who posted this, what he says. He says this would never happen without the consequences in countries like Rwanda, where there are rules governing how both local and foreign employees should behave and are enforced without fear or favor. This man was beaten at a gunpoint and bled profusely, or very bad, let me just say that, after being fired and demanding his outstanding wages, which is $600. Kolwani Dube was an excavator operating at Minchang Sino Africa Mining Investments. I mean, what is even that? Minchang. Completely controlled and owned by Chinese people. This is what we're being told. Imagine the outrage if it were a white or a black employer settling labor disputes with guns, which are probably not licensed. In another incident, we have Tauri Dosva, who was killed at a Chinese company which is operating illegally at Premier in Old Mutare. The Chinese outfit offered $2,000 as a compensation for his death. Imagine a life being valued for that amount. And the Chinese are not just a new colonial masters in Zimbabwe. They are a slave masters doing this with the blessings of the Zimbabwean government and its crooked leaders. And not just Zimbabwe, the whole of all of the African countries. It continues and says, the liberation struggle was about human dignity and respect for human rights, among other things. Yet human dignity of Black Zimbabweans working for the Chinese has been reduced to zero, far much worse than under colonial rule. They exploit workers, fail to pay their wages, and they delay their payments. When workers demand their money, they are insulted, resulting in a violent confrontation, like what I'm seeing right here. You're being shot. They openly boast that nothing will happen to them because Zanupe, which is the Chinese company that is operating in Zimbabwe, says that the leaders are in their pockets, and it is true. Their companies do not bank money or pay the fair taxes. In fact, some of them don't pay even taxes. They don't pay taxes. And with the blessings of the Zimbabwean government, whose crooked leaders receive bribes, these Chinese, they do all this because, as they rightly claim, they have the company and their leaders in their pocket, the Zimbabwean leaders. They think Black people are not fully developed mentally. How can they blame?
I told you that. I told you because it happens everywhere in Africa. Everywhere in Africa, you pay the big head nigger syndrome, the morons. The African is the only people that don't give a shit about their people. You make some moron a president. He's a dummy. He can't really make any money on his own. until he gets control of the government. That's why it's always corrupt because they're all stupid. They can't really make money. They don't. None of them know how to really make money. None of them know how to really like create businesses because they're all stupid. So all throughout Africa, they all want to be rich. I want to be rich. I'm the big man, the president. I want to be the rich man guy. So they're easily bribed. It's the same thing through colonialism again. And I told you, they say these Africans are dumb as shit. They got low IQs and morons. So we're supposed to treat them like shit.
It's crazy. This is just so crazy. Bakaribu Sana. We just
Sunday son of joke.
sir, and this is just so sad. This is in Zimbabwe. The other day, I also showed, of course, what was happening in Zimbabwe, where we saw those trailers, people in a river mining. And it is very, we can confirm, of course, every African country has set up, or we have literally so many Chinese companies that are controlling these so called illegal mining sites. And
And then
they
and then
are
the fact is they're not like you said, they're not even paying the people, Joby.
exactly, this
They're
is
not,
what is
they're not, they're
happening.
not, they're not even paying the Africans.
This,
That's why I say Africans, you
imagine
got
they
to
shot
learn to revolt. You got to take over your government. You got to coup. I'm
like
sorry.
like what I'm reading right here. You can hear there was a Chinese worker who was killed, and then they compensated the family with $2,000, and that is what
Wow.
they compensate families. You take life valued for money, and then they say they can't if they treat Africans like this because there's nowhere where we're gonna take them. Our leaders won't do anything about it because they're
No,
deep in their pockets. Now they're shooting people. This is basically what they shot this man for asking just his pay.
for his money. See, and that's the African's fault. Right there, as an African, you're supposed to now. You're supposed to now. Any Chinese, you're supposed to. I hate to tell you, you're supposed to kill him now, Joby. You're not. You can't allow no one to just shoot you in the street like a dog, and your response is nothing. In your country, you've allowed them to treat you like this. They're racist. So ideally, back to the Chinese are there to help you with all that kind of dumb shit. You're a moron. They're racist as shit. That's why we laughing yesterday on the show. You can't go to China when you're gonna be black and go live in China. You out your fucking mind. They're racist as shit. And they learn. And as a European, they sent them into Africa. Oh, you mean we can exploit these dumb niggas too that made us rich? Yeah, go to Africa. You can exploit these morons. They worship dumbass guys. They worship everybody with them. They got low IQs. They're pretty much stupid. So go to Africa, do what you want to do to them. They're dumb and they're scared. The weak, they're not gonna fight back. Most of them not gonna fight. They're really scaredly, cowardly people. This is what they say. It's not me. They're really scared, cowardly people. They're cowards. They're scared of everything. They're not gonna do nothing once you shoot them in the head. They're mostly
Yeah,
cowards.
yeah. Yeah. I don't even know what to
Just
say. This is making me
just
so mad.
just asking for his pay that they owed him.
This is so
Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe, yeah, because the governments are so criminal. So and they sit there, and you got, oh, you know what? But the leader, he's part of my tribe. Same shit you get in Zimbabwe. He's my tribe. I'm not going against him. He's part of my tribe. He's my tribe. These fucking Africans are stupid as shit.
it's crazy. It is so sad. This needs to stop. Africans, you need to lose your fear because I went through the comments before I left my comment there on that video. Because for me, I wrote, "This is a demand of revolution for Africans." Like how
Yeah.
till when are we gonna see our men being treated like weaklings? Like, yo, if you put together again, let him drop the gun face to face. You can
Because
beat
they
this
are
man more
because
than
they
you
are because they
can,
are weaklings.
but you have to
Yeah,
change your mentality again because it's all
exactly,
starts with
Joby.
the mindset. You you
Yes.
you you prioritize these people to the point where they disrespect the shit out of you, and because of the love you have towards them, you don't even
Yep.
realize when they're literally using you, they hate you, they don't care about you. It's all about
Yep.
using you for their own benefit. And they can get rid of you anytime because they're telling you, hey, your government is not gonna do anything.
Yep.
Personally, I'm tired of seeing this. I'm just tired. This is just so sad. I had to share that. Really broke my heart. I really had to. Didn't want to, but I had to. because it's happening on repetition and repetition, and they're clearly now openly telling us your government won't to do anything because we have them in our pockets.
Yeah. You get the same thing in Kenya, same thing in Zimbabwe, same thing in Zambia, same thing in Ghana, same thing in all African countries.
I gotta become wealthy to avoid this drama. Because trust me, hey, I gotta become wealthy to avoid this drama. This drama, because this is. I'm going. It's gonna be bad. Leave alone being a lady. I'm an African. You'll have to respect me, okay? Leave alone being a lady aside. This is me being an African, standing on toes,
Well, you're
and you'll have to
asking for respect. The Africans have never asked to be respected. And that's the problem. So the Africans never comes to anything with respect. Like you said, everything's about disrespecting African people. You do not demand respect, so no one respects you. Remember, power does not respect weakness. The same shuffling and graveling and all that shit. That's why these African leaders go to all these different countries begging all the time. Don't build shit into China, Russia, Italy. Everybody's always go. They go begging. Hey, can we get some more money? We can't do not get more money. Can we get some more money? Can we get some more money? They keep saying, can we get some more money?
that
We
is
go
basic
to
do. That is basically what they've been asking because that is what we shall be talking about as our last conversation. When on Tuesday I was asking, what are African leaders learning from the US withdrawing from the WHO? And they're already whining. They're already saying, oh, we're not going to get money. Now this is going to be bad for us. Yeah, we see. Who do you
bad
work
for
for?
them. When all the resources are theirs, all the
We
resources in Africa, it's gonna be bad for them. See, you the only one you didn't hear Ibrahim Traore cry about none of that shit. None of it. You don't care what the fuck they do. That's what a leader does. Take control of your country. You put your people first. You start building.
Mhm.
But you've been used to begging and being bootlicks.
It is crazy. But as we talk about still enslavement, or rather how they have been using Africans. So back then, I found this article as well. It talks about how there was a certain illness that African or literally slaves were described when they tried to escape. It says, did you know that the desire to escape slavery was
Yeah,
once classified as a mental illness
a mental
called
illness. They said exact. Yeah, pneumonia.
yeah,
Um, yeah, they
1851.
said they said how why would these niggas want to be free? And is that your whole life before white people you was never free? You built empires. Now the white this house like I told the uh um Earton's guest, the Ghanaian guest, you got to stand you Africans, you got to stand how psychopathic the mind of white people. You don't, and I put that in somebody's video on TikTok. They took it down. I got a guideline strike that said the psychopaths. That's a fact. So got a community guideline. You can't write none of this shit. Yeah, but you can say nigga all day to black people on here. Won't shit happen to nobody. Um, 'Cause everybody, no, because we have no friends, guys. You need to understand it. So you want to be free and not be beat, raped, killed, murdered, and worked to death. It means you was crazy. How could you not want to be a slave of a white man? You know how psychopathic these people are. Go ahead, Joby.
It is so sad. It is crazy. So I want to read this article. It says in May 1851, Dr. Samuel Cartwright, a Louisiana physician, published a paper entitled "Report on the Disease and Physical Peculiarities of the Negro Race," and the paper appeared in the New Orleans Medical and Surgical Journal, a reputable
See, this how you
medical.
know. This how you know. Most of the medicines you still working with, guys. It's quackery. It's based on everything for them. Everything about them is racism. He's a doctor, and all this shit he just said, Joey's gonna be. It's all quackery. It's all made up crazy from his fucked up mind.
Mhm,
That's why most of the medicine is quackery.
mhm.
That's why Joey's come across all this. Most things you listen to white people about their medicine, it's all lies. It's quackery. Everything's based on race for them and evil shit. And this guy was a doctor. He wrote this crazy, wicked shit. They laugh at it today, but they weren't laughing when he wrote this shit. Y'all agree with, oh no, that's back there. You know, they white people like to acknowledge this. This is their mind. This is how fucked up in the head they are. Go ahead, Joby.
It says Cartwright claimed to have discovered two new diseases peculiar to blacks that he believed justified enslavement as a therapeutic necessity for
Justified
their.
the slavery, Jamie. He found that through his doctrine, it was justified the slavery.
Necessary. Yeah, it says as a therapeutic necessity for the enslaved and as a medical moral responsibility for their white master. He claimed the blacks who fled slavery suffered from the pronounce it. Yeah, in his words, depretomia. And he also says that this is what he described. Depretomia is a draptize, a runaway slave is mania, mad, or crazy. It is unknown to our medical authorities, although it is diagnosed system B as absconding from service. It is well known to our planets and overseers. In noticing a disease that therefore is high, high threat, I can't really read that, classed among the long list of maladies that man is subjected to. It was necessary to have a new term to express it. The cause is in most cases that induced the Negro to run away from service is as much as a disease of the mind as any other species of mental alienation and a much more curable as a general rule. With the advantages of proper medical advice strictly followed, this troublesome practice that this troublesome practice that many Negroes have of running away can be most entirely prevented, although the slaves are located on the borders of a free state within a stone throws of abolitions. That is what the
So
article
this
says.
this is crazy cracker psychopathy. Now they only want to bring this up. They will. This is crazy cracker psychopathy. So it means that their doctors are morons, Joe. Them are like
Mhm.
this has been laughed at, but they believe this. This was a scientific study for them based on nothing but crazy psychopathy
Trying to
nonsense.
justify enslavement, saying that it is.
Yes, Joby. Exactly. So just by slave say, if you run away, you're the one that's crazy, Joby. You're not wanting to be beat and work for free and suck a white man's dick and let him fuck you in the ass. You're the one that's crazy, Joby. You suffer
Then
from a mental illness.
always want to try to justify everything. Even when I was reading the article about them using the baby fetus for skincare, the article I was reading and their defense mechanism was, we're not using this as a way of harming people. The baby fetus actually are known of help. I'm like, hold on, what? What? What do you mean? They're trying to justify everything using this.
Hold on, you read that in the book? Yeah, you go to the medical journals are crazy. They're fucked up in it. Say the reason why our butts are bigger because we carry water in our butts like a camel. I know. Their their psychopathy is so crazy. Our butts are bigger because remember, yeah, most of them got brown because these dumb niggas that said they did genetics with them. Remember, white women and white men always had flat butts. The butts were always flat, right? They was our butts are round and voluptuous. Like women have round voluptuous derrieres. Their women are flat like a goddamn wall. So now they're saying, reason why we had there was some water, extra water in there. These people are crazy.
Why people are
Oh, I
crazy.
can't. That's why you guys, y'all do your Demore's mom, Africa. You know, white doctors are quacks. They're dangerous to you. You better get over your white worship. I hate to tell you this. They're psychopaths. I never heard that jibber jabber. I'm not surprised. Their whole medicine they wrote about, it's all quackery. It's all crazy talk. Yeah, it's nut jobs. It's all crazy. Everything is based on their race, and they're supposed to be a superior race, and they're actually the opposite. their genetic defects. When they found out, shout out the guy on TikTok, I was laughing, the guy on TikTok is an African, just learned. He's an African guy, so he's late to learning shit. He said, you know what? Remember when they would always call black people monkeys, black people monkeys, black people monkeys? Then the white people found out that through their science finally found out that they're the monkeys. They got the monkey genetics with the Neanderthal, and black people don't carry the Neanderthal, and black people are the only true human beings. Yeah, they told you that, they call black people monkeys, and black people don't have the features of monkeys. All you other people, that's why your lips are thin. You got the monkey hair on your face and on the top of your head. He said, they talk about, yeah, but then they came back and said that black people have this ghost DNA, only black people. Yes, more the ghost DNA, that means black people are going to evolve to something no one else can evolve to. We are the gods. None of you guys come from what they call animal genetics.
It's
And so
so
remember
cool.
that. So remember, let me finish. So remember when they always said, but then when they found out they was from Neanderthals, they started saying, oh, you know what? The Neanderthal was a smart monkey. He was a smart animal. Because the Neanderthal is a Bigfoot, guys. It's really just a Bigfoot, right? So they're just saying the Bigfoot is really smart because they found out that they got the genetics of a Bigfoot. Now the
Yeah.
big first it was dumb. Now the Bigfoot's smart because they all got Bigfoot DNA. And the only human beings on the planet, see, no, only human beings on the planet are Africans. That's it. That's a fact. Only true human being. So unless you go sleep with a European and Asian and you dilute your baby, hey, that's your fault. Your baby's not a true human being no more. That's on you. So only true human beings on the planet are the African. So how can the true human being be less smart? They'll tell you, oh, the Africans have low IQ, they're the dumbest. How can the true human being be less smart than the hybrid individuals that comes from the true human being? How does that happen? How do you get something more where you have less? See, you get deep into the science, like, well, you're still stupid. Okay, you say I'm stupid. Okay, but I'm asking you a question. How do you get something more? How do you get something more intelligent than the beginning of everything? That's more. Africans have more of everything than any body on the planet. We're more diverse. We got more genetics are the best. So how are we the stupidest people? Because we have the majority of everything. See, they don't get mad when you. I go methodically with them. Explain that then. How are we the dumbest people, and all you people have less than us genetically? How's that happen? I don't know, but you're still stupid. Go ahead, Joby.
It's crazy. And this way we have this article that says scientifically the black woman is the only one that possesses, same thing you've been teaching us,
I've been
possesses the
told y'all that.
mitochondrial DNA that has all
Yeah.
variations possible for every different kind of
She's
human
the
being.
beginning of it. I told you, she's the beginning. How the hell? The reason why, but you never, I did that black women fall on anybody. When you're the mother of everybody, you are out of your fucking mind. You fall on all your children. You're the mother. You're the beginning. The black woman is the beginning, Joby. That's why and the black woman's the only one right now. What? Whose birth rate ain't all fucked up because she is the template from God that all you other races hate. The black woman is the template of God. What God expected a woman to be and look like. She's the beginning. So is God stupid? Of course he's not. Of course she is not because he's not a man. Of course God, she is not. So because the black woman is the beginning of everything. Why you not taught that in your goofy schools? Oh, because you would have pride again. You know who you are. You won't worship other people. Yeah, so how could she be the beginning of the thing and you got a white God in your school, a white Jesus? That couldn't be true. One can only one can be true. Can't be that the black woman's beginning and you got a white man as a God. Okay, only one can actually be true, and the black woman being the beginning. That's the truth. Your white God is fake. Okay.
Why people really do this? I'm reading comments on BitChute here, sorry, of my yesterday show. There's this guy who commented, Africa will learn nothing as usual. They will keep begging for white doctors and money. And someone else says they are capable, they just need right leaders and own control of the land. witnessing the beginning of this new movement. It is it's do or die now to find a way before the agenda finds you. I agree
Always,
with that.
always not that. Yeah, that those, those comments not racist.
No,
Those
this one
comments
is saying
actually.
we learn nothing as usual. What do you mean we learn
Yeah,
nothing?
you
Oh,
don't learn. He's saying you always people come in dominate you. You don't never learn anything. You get
it's a
treated
different
like shit.
time. It's a different time. Get that in your head. It's a different time. So you can't tell me we're learning nothing. We're learning something. We're
Okay,
not the way we were 10 years ago. I'm also seeing the change. So you
okay,
that's the mindset you've been having for so long, and that's why it is shocking you when you see Africans move. That's why it is shocking them. It comes as a shock, like oh, they can be able to reject this. They can,
well,
yeah, we
Kenya,
can.
Kenya is the shock, Joby. Rest of Africa's got to wake up. Kenya is the shock. It's the beginning. Kenya
The
is
whole
the
of
shock.
the whole of the continent. Slowly, it's gonna peak. Slowly,
Mhm.
all this bullshit we're seeing of our men being pinned down, all of that, it's gonna disappear very, very soon. But as we move on to the next part, we talk about the doctors being sent to Africa. We have a new malaria vaccine. I was trying to do research.
Yeah,
we have
we on YouTube. So I'm saying we on YouTube. So I'm saying I'm sure it's safe and effective. Wink, wink, hint, hint. I'm
very.
sure it's safe and effective. Good.
Very. So they're saying there's a new malaria vaccine saving children in Africa as always, and that the mass vaccine rollout started, of course, in 2022, January 2024, and this is the day when the world's first routine vaccination program against malaria started in Cameroon, and 13% drop in child death from causes. Comes from countries like Ghana, Kenya, Malawi, since the first malaria vaccines, which is the RTSS, was introduced in those countries in 2021. And 8 in 10 of all malaria deaths in Africa are children under the age of 5, and this was equivalent to over.
Family, remember, malaria's never been a problem in Africa because the herbs would heal them. The malaria didn't wipe out Africa. So why? See, malaria never was a problem in Africa because of meringue and other things that they used to take. They would just bite like bitter herbs. Bitter herbs they would take the herbs, and a couple of days they're right. Like was it last year, the year before last? Like Maria got malaria. She took the natural herbs of the village, and she was like good in like a week.
Mhm,
See, so when was Africa being wiped out by malaria? Oh, never, never. So
mhm.
you ask yourself, what are the reasons for these? You know what? I'm just asking that question. YouTube. What are the reasons for the vaccines if they always had natural medicinal cures for that were natural by nature? And malaria's never wiped out African people. Ever. There's never been a history of malaria wiping out African people because they had the remedies from nature. Go ahead, Joby. Okay, let me ask Joby. How many how many people in your family, Joby, died of malaria before they
No,
got the drugs? Oh,
I'm
what?
I had
What?
malaria. That was in 2019.
And
That
But Joby, how dare you? Why you not dead?
I didn't even imagine go to the hospital.
I
Nothing.
know,
Like I was like, it's like a.
I know, Joby. But then why you not dead, Joby? Why you not dead?
So we have countries that are in Africa that have taken, of course, so far the malaria vaccines. We have
Hmm.
Sudan. Of course, there's a country that is going on
So,
in
so this is
right
what they're saying. So this is what the comment meant, Joby. Saying you'll never learn. You'll keep doing the same thing. That's what this means by this right here. You'll never learn, and you keep doing the same thing. That's all I'm saying
we'll
because
see
we're on
for how
YouTube.
we'll see for how long. That's just what we're gonna say as well.
Okay.
So we have countries like Sudan, which is, of course, we know there's been war. It's crazy that they need help with the war going on. We have South Sudan. We have DRC Congo, a country that is also going through a lot of war, people being displaced.
Hmm.
I'm wondering how they also required for help of malaria. We have Malawi, we have Mozambique, we have Chad. I don't believe Chad for shit because this country is been moving very shady. So we have Niger. I hope soon they walk out of it. We have Nigeria. We have Burkina Faso. I hope soon they walk out of it. We have Ghana. We have Benin. We have Ivory Coast. Sierra Leone, Liberia, and Cameroon, and also the
Well,
Central
well,
African
well.
Republic.
Remember. The Sahel state broke all the agreements. Those agreements are already broken for them. They don't. They said no, no more, no more, none of that shit for them. Those are old agreements with the puppets, allowing the people to be guinea pigs like they always do. We give you
Mhm.
some shekels. I get some money, boss. I get some money, boss. Yes, you get some money, little boy. Calm down. Pat you on the
Mhm.
head and give you some money, moron.
Mhm.
So,
Crazy.
so even Toure and all and Sahel, they broke all those agreements. They said your medicine won't be allowed up in here. That's why remember. That's why they're making their own uh, 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 medical field, Joe. They're now creating their own medicines, their own pharmacy industry in Burkina Faso. They're not. They,
Mhm.
they they said we're not allowing no more European um, medicines in here. We'll do it
Mhm.
ourselves. As an adult, when do you grow up as an African people? When do you finally grow the fuck up? When do you finally grow up? Stop begging. Stop asking other people that grown folks are supposed to be able to do. Making your own medicine. Oh, you used to do that,
I want you
but now
to
you get.
ask someone that is the Zimbabwe financial minister here. Ask him that. How? Why
Like,
you beg? Why?
was it? Was he begging now, Joby? Was he asking for now?
But before I get into this, I was also trying to check, of course, and Google gave me, of course, no, they're hiding, of course, everything. Trying to see, went deeper to articles to see the safeties, wink, wink, of the vaccinations they have.
Yeah, of course.
And
There are
I
none. There are none in Africa, Joby. There are none.
I found just an article of the WHO trying to defend themselves and all that. So it was
Oh,
really.
of course. Exactly. So they're trying to defend themselves because something went wrong, Joby.
Mhm.
Something went wrong.
Course. And they're saying that over 12 million vaccine doses co-funded by Gavi. You know who's Gavi? Remember Gavi and the Vaccine Alliance.
And that
And
is that he can't do with the base in Niger, Jibba Jabba. The Nigerian and people in Niger kicked the Americans out. That base is closed down. So you will not put your troops on. I remember that they trying to put a base in Nigeria. The Americans are trying to go to northern Nigeria, right on the border of Nigeria, and put another base right there.
mhm. So
They
they're
were
saying
kicked
that.
out of Niger. Go ahead,
Sorry.
Joe.
They're saying that in 2025, 6 to 8 countries, including Uganda, Ethiopia, Guinea, Mali, and Burundi, plan to roll out the vaccine according to Gavi. Shout out to Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. That's right. You know, God be it. Just say Bill Gates. Wicked
Yeah.
ass.
Period.
The
It's
the psychopath, Bill Gates.
mm-hmm. Now to talk about the begging, we have that was on Tuesday. I was talking about since the US has been able to walk out of the WHO, we saw Trump signing this yesterday, and I questioned
And
what.
did you see everybody cheering when he signed that they were going crazy? They said, damn right. All the people going crazy. Because they know, I'm not going to say that. We on this. They know what time it is. He said, I'm signing this, getting out of this WHO. And he should. You heard WHO begging, please, America, come back in the WHO. We need you because we need to be able to push the vaccines and things we doing good. They said, no, kick rocks. We're out of it. Bye.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's power. White people believe in power. Africans are cowards. The leaders are cowards. White people don't ask questions and all that old shit. Well, can I get some money? They're like, fuck that. We out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Kick rocks. And we also out of the climate change bullshit. Kick rock with the climate change. So he also took us out the fake ass climate change shit. You see it's snowing in Florida right now, snow, ice everywhere. You know what wouldn't have worked? Your windmills and your solar panels. People would have been freezing to death because none of that shit works. Go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
Joe.
It's crazy. So on this other end, as we talk about the begging, we have the question was, I posed the question on Tuesday. I was asking what are Africans learning from the US withdrawing from the WHO?
Let's
And I
let's
said
see.
some I said something. Since we know that the US has cooperation with majority of the African countries, of course, I expected a reaction. It's less than 2 days. We have the Zimbabwe finance minister, Mduli Kube, who expressed concern. that was yesterday, that the US withdrawal from the World Health Organization will lead to aid cuts to countries such as his, and which is the most affected by HIV and AIDS. And
Yeah, that's what they were talking about in Kenya. I seen the video of Kenya too. I seen Zimbabwe. I seen the Kenyans since my TikTok feed. There's a lot of Kenyans stuff in. This could hurt the Kenyans. We will not get our aid, and people will die. Wow, like what?
this
Where
just
you
shows
gonna
that
go?
these people are just scared of losing their salary because,
Exactly, Joby.
collaboration. You've signed yourself into deals you didn't know how they're gonna affect you later if you left literally, on this edge. Because literally that's now Africans being left on the edge. Deal
Yeah.
with your shit. You signed this shit, deal with your shit. I don't know how, but you signed, you joined the WHO and all that. So for us, we're out. So I don't know how you're gonna be able to walk out, but yeah, it's about to affect your pockets. I said I love the drama of Trump, and I can't wait to
Yeah.
see. One of the dramas I don't like about him that he said today was he was trying to kind of warn Russia. Let me read what he said. He was warning Russia.
He won't Russia. He said, I like the Russian people, but
Yeah,
you better stop. I'm gonna fuck you up.
he better stop. It's the U.S. and Ukraine are the problem right here.
Of course
He
they are. But
he
and
should stop.
Russia's not listening to him. Of course
He
they
should.
are. Because he knows to his peer, America overthrew Ukraine. They started this, not the Russians. And Russia and Ukraine is Russia.
So you say you
So
cannot look too hard to
go ahead,
Russia.
Joe.
I love Russian people. Always had a very good relationship with Putin, president, and this, despite the radical left Russia hawks, we must never forget that Russia helped us win the Second World War, losing almost 60 million lives in the process. All that being said, I'm going to do Russia, whose economy is failing, and President Putin a very big favor. Settle now and stop this ridiculous war. It's only
I'm gonna do him a favor. I'm gonna do him a favor when his people have been getting murdered by the Americans. You're gonna do me a favor while you've been murdering my people. You're gonna do me a favor. The only reason why Putin went in there because they were murdering Russians. So he had no choice but to, because his people said, "Hey man, they're running us. What you gonna do? You better get to doing something. These people are murdering us." So he was expected. Putin didn't try to invade. Remember, Putin tried to do for peace. Putin had said, "Listen, you guys are murdering Russians. Stop it. Stop it." Americans said, "Fuck that. You're weak. You're weak. And we'll do what we want to do. We're gonna break your ass up." So he's not saying, he knows that they were trying to balkanize Russia. That what you got in Syria. Syria doesn't exist anymore. It's balkanized. They've been trying to balkanize Russia since the Soviet Union collapsed, guys, back in 92, 91. They've been trying to balkanize Russia. What is that real quick, Joby? Real quick, see Google admit this.
okay.
Say, did the U.S. government controlled Russia after it fell in 1991? Was the U.S. government controlling Russia after it fell in 1991? So we know that it was called the Soviet Union, as we all know, before Joby was even born. It's called the Soviet Union. It fell apart. It collapsed. Right? It collapsed. Then Americans weren't trying to help it. We're going to go in there and bulk. They were trying to break it apart, like they do in Congo, and they try to break it into 5 different countries and balkanize it. So what's it saying, Joby?
Says collapse of the Sovereign Union's sequence of events that led to the dissolution of the Sovereign Union on
Yeah, that's
December
Russia.
1991. The
Yeah, it
former
collapsed.
superpower was replaced by 15 independent countries. We
Yeah.
have Armenia, Azerbaijan, I'm going to butcher.
Azerbaijan, Ukraine.
Yeah, we have
Ukraine's gonna be in there.
Estonia, Georgia,
Kazakhstan.
yeah,
Kazakhstan.
we have Kyrgyzstan, Latvia, Lithuania,
Lithuania, Estonia,
Russia, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan,
Tajikistan,
Ukraine, and Uzbekistan.
Ukraine. So then so Joby realized that Ukraine was part of Russia before it collapsed. When it collapsed, all these other countries came apart. See, they were already balkanized then. They became all those other different countries you see today. But now they want to go and main Russia and break that up too, and make a bunch of different countries out of main Russia too, Joby.
It's crazy. Trump,
Balkanize it.
he is the one who's supposed to stop his drama from his end. Number one, America should stop using Americans' taxes to fund war. That is the first thing, because that's what literally most of the people, like the video we were sharing yesterday, the stupidas, who do you serve? Do you care about the American people or the Israelites? But it's very evident people already are starting to know the information. You've been using our taxes, funding other countries for your own bullshit. You don't give a shit about us. So you need to stop
Exactly.
the drama past you, Trump. You can't, yeah, you need to stop the drama he himself. You should
Well,
stop the
his masters want Russia broken up, Joby. His
course.
masters, his masters want Russia broken up, Joby.
And that's where you go back to the conversations we've been having about the left and the right wing. People should learn something now from that. Those who
It's
have been
fake.
getting what's happening. You see Trump is no good. He's literally he's threatening Russia. If you don't stop, I'm gonna have to do whatever I'm told to do.
See,
So
so they even got the paperwork exactly to extend in Russia and how to bankrupt it and break it up. Exactly. The thing is to break Russia up. Is to balkanize it. That's how wicked they. So not about any peace. They mad that Russia secretly started building back its military because Russia knew that these motherfucking wicked bastards were coming for them. They knew it. They knew, but they knew they weren't strong enough to really go to war with America, but they were strong enough to keep themselves from from Africa. Because their thing was to make terrorist groups all around Russia like they got in Africa to break it up. Because Russia is rich with what resources. They want those Russian resources, so their thing was to balkanize it, as Jimmy Jabba said, and break it up, break that shit up, break Russia's back. Break it. So the idea they talk about, I like the Russian people and they need to stop it. The Russian people didn't start it. So they're crazy. This bullshit. This is propaganda. Russia didn't start it, Joby. America did. I'm gonna start some. I'm gonna finish some shit that you started. You're trying to break me up. You're trying to destroy me as a country. You're trying to break my back and break my like Jimmy just said, break my economy and destroy me. But you gonna sit here like you don't know it and say you need to stop your bullshit, Joby. My bullshit. What are you talking about?
he
You
says,
the one killing. Go
if you
ahead.
don't make a deal and soon, I have no other choice but to put high levels of taxes, tariffs, and sanctions on anything being sold by Russia to the United States and various other participating countries. Let's get this war, which never would have started if I were president. Trying to take props, you know.
Yeah, that's what. Of course, he's the big head cracker.
The bigger he said we can do it the easy way or the hard way, and the easy way is always better. It's time to make a deal. No more lives should be lost. That's what Trump said waking up to this morning.
Okay, okay. The deal is you stop funding Ukraine, stop
Mhm.
killing Russian people because, as Joby just read, Ukraine was Russia. They broke it before they broke it up. So those are Russian people. They caused a civil war amongst Russian people. And I showed Joby that's actually where Russia started from Ukraine, right there in Kiev. It's called the Kievian Rus. That's where Russia actually, as a country, started in Ukraine, and then it moved back eastward. Started in Kiev. So you're telling me when I came in, let's stop this, right? Russia tried to have something called the Minsk Accords. Put this up, Joe, before we go real quick. Say what are the what are the MINSK Minsk? What are the MIMSK Accords? ACCORD. So this is when Russia tried to
Pardon?
the Minsk. Say what are the Minsk? Minsk would be MINSK Accords. ACCORD. So this when Russia, before they started the fight, Russia went to the world and said, hey, America, stop killing our people. We want peace. See, this goes against what Trump is saying. Go ahead, Joe.
Excuse me. It says MISC is an open source microservice container that uses Kotlin to create
What?
microservices. Huh?
No. Oh, my fault. My fault. Say, what are the Minsk peace accords? That's what are the Minsk peace accord? Put our peace in there, man. What are the Minsk peace accord? I got some old. I think that would have came up. You gotta have obviously got to be direct with Google. Google hiding shit. What are Minsk peace accords?
Hmm. Let me share my screen, see what I have. So we have the first link says Saudi codes. We have the Saudi codes. We have the Minsk agreements, which is from
There you go.
1980.
Yeah. Do that one. So the Minsk agreement. So that's called the Minsk accords. So they only got nothing really written. See how they hide the shit.
Yeah, they said
Putin
that the Minsk.
said,
Oh,
"Go
sorry.
ahead, Joby. Go ahead, Joby. No,
The
go
Minsk
ahead."
The Minsk agreements were a series of international agreements which sought to end the Donbas war fought between
See,
armed
so
Russian
what? See, it
groups.
wasn't a war yet. So the Donbass war was them killing the Russians, Joby. The people that America had put installed when they overthrew Ukraine government, they started killing. The Donbass region is right on the border of what is now Russia. So those are Russians. So the Minsk agreement when Russia said, "Hey, you got to stop killing Russian people. Stop it." Go and read it.
So yeah, the Minsk agreements were a series of international agreements which sought to end the Donbas war fought between armed Russian separatist groups and armed forces of Ukraine, with Russian regular forces playing a central part. After a defeat at the Lovaisk, how am I supposed to pronounce that? I don't
Don't
know.
worry about
Lovaisk.
it.
Okay, at the end of August 2014, Russia forced Ukraine to sign the first Minsk Protocol, or the Minsk 1, Minsk 1, yeah. It was drafted by the Trilateral Contact Group of Ukraine, consisting of Ukraine, Russia, and the Organization of Security and Cooperation in Europe, with mediation by the leaders of in France and Germany in the so-called nomadic format. After
So
extensive
that's 2014 right after Barack Obama made by the Jays. Remember, Ukraine is really Khazaria, ancient Khazaria. Who's from there? You guys who's from Khazaria, who actually are Khazarians? Okay, the cats with the hats. Um, when Barack Obama was made to tell the CIA to go overthrow Ukraine, overthrow it. We want it back. We want Khazaria back, baby. And guess who's there now? BlackRock and Vanguard's now brought up all the Ukraine land. Who owns BlackRock and Vanguard? Oh, the Khazarians, the cats with these hats.
Mhm.
So they started the war because they were saying we're going to take the country back that was stolen from them. They believe 1,300 years ago. That's going to be new, you know. And Russia said, "Hey, you got to stop killing our people." But the Khazarians said, "Motherfucker, we're taking the land back. We're going to kill all you bastards." Okay. So Trump saying all this crazy shit that he don't know is nonsense. The CIA overthrew the Ukrainian government, installed the Khazarian Zelensky, who's a what? Zelensky's a what? Oh, he's a hat. Zelensky is a hat. Okay, we know that. Zelensky is a hat. Okay, and so they started bombing and killing Russian people because they want them out of there because they want to reshape the country. And so Russia said, "Hey, you." Of course, Russians were all going crazy. Hey, they can't. Hey, Putin, you can't allow them to. It's like okay, before they split Kenya and Uganda and made it a fake country, the people on the Ugandan border would most likely be Kenyans, but we consider the same Kenya. And then Uganda starts bombing eastern eastern Uganda on the border of Kenya. And Kenya would say, "Hey man, you gotta stop bombing our people right there." And Uganda said, "Hey, you shut the fuck up, Kenya. Yeah, we told you gotta stop killing our people. We're not gonna tolerate you killing us." So then Kenya invades Uganda to save its own people.
Mhm.
And we tried to tell you to stop it, knock it off, but you didn't do it because you're backed by somebody else. So now Kenya's winning the war against Uganda. Uganda's about to put us, "Oh, we gotta make peace. We gotta make peace and give the land back." Kenya said, "We're not giving back any land we fought for. Half your country now is going to belong to us. That's what this war is about. You're not getting any land back. Are you out your fucking mind? People have died and bled and fought. So we'll stop the war right here. The borders that we made are now going to be the new borders of Russia. These going to be the new borders of Kenya. Kenya's going to go all the way to Kampala. That's it. They're keeping this land. You're not strong enough to get us out of here. And that's the and we're damn sure not going back to what the borders were before. We start bombing our people. That's a non-starter. So yeah, we can stop this war, but the borders are going to be where we went as far as we kept. Everywhere we went up with blood and sacrifice, that's the new borders of Kenya. That's it. You know, no, Uganda's going to be small as fuck. That's it. Because you never should have started it to begin with.
True.
Yeah. So same thing with Ukraine. So, in fact, they're never going to be able to break Russia completely. I'm saying like this. They're not going to be able to break Russia completely just like they're never able to destroy Africa completely. You know what? Because Russia's got them resources that the world needs. Russia got them resources. So you can hurt me, of course. Because Russia doesn't make any real technology like China. They didn't build Russia to a power. But Russia was smart enough to rebuild its military, and Russia got them resources. So you can cut us off, yeah, but we'll survive. Because everything we need through farmland and to survive, we got everything here. So you can't crush us, and you damn sure can't invade us. Because we built our military. You bastards thought you're going to break us up. Shout out to Russia. White people know other white people. They know, hey, they're going to come and see us. We got to rebuild this shit. We got to rebuild a real military because these other white people are going to come and see us. We can't be like, no, we're going to trust and love. Fuck that. We're going to rebuild this military shit. Even though we collapsed, we might have collapsed. We're going to start rebuilding this bitch because these other white people are coming to see us. Anyway, what's up, Joe?
To the end, thank you so much. I see Juba Jaba is asking, is there a chance, any chance Kenya and Uganda can unify? I think so.
Hey,
Yeah, there is a
you got
chance.
you got to get rid of Museveni, and I don't think being Kenya's benefit right now because the Ugandans are too stupid. You can't take on that ignorant people when Kenya gets free. Uganda's so far behind in because they've been kept in a real dictatorship. Uganda's so far behind intellectually that it wouldn't benefit Kenya to really take it over because there'll be problem because the tribalism is so bad. They would accuse Kenya of not helping this being tribal and taking them over. So you don't got the education right now in Uganda to actually even do that. It just
Well,
wouldn't work.
give my thoughts. Personally, I feel like it's
Good.
possible because of
Okay.
the love Kenyans have for Ugandans. I'm not sure about on the other end of Uganda, but
They
I've
love
seen
they love you too. Africans love Africans, but you're easily dumb. If I tell you with propaganda, these Kenyans are trying to take over Uganda, they got and their tribes a tribal thing. What? My tribe? These bastards trying to take over my tribe?
politically not politics being involved and all that. It's
It's
possible.
gonna it's gonna be politics is in everything, Joby.
I
They
know, but
gonna
I'm just saying with what I'm trying to explain, the love is there. So I'd say the unity is there, literally. Like it's there. I've seen the love Kenyans and maybe same reciprocation because
it's
I've seen the love.
reciprocated. It's
Yeah,
reciprocated. We talk about they love you guys. It's reciprocated because
the love. I've seen the
yeah.
love from the countries. Kenyans give a lot of CV to the Ugandans, a lot. Like I hear a lot of good things about Uganda and its people. So yeah, better to be good. And we have Maria, such an angel. We have Setu, and
But they
all
don't
that.
they don't accept Maria. Maria got Maria's part Kenyan.
From there, she's African.
Remember,
But
remember, 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 because her tribe is tribal, kid. She tells me that the tribalism is bad. Remember, Maria is part. Her mother is Kenyan. Her dad's Ugandan, but her mother is Kenyan.
yeah,
So I'm just letting you guys know
mhm,
that makes Maria partly Kenyan. It has
yeah,
family in Kenya.
we have.
Because those borders were phony. Those borders were created by white people. Anyway,
Yeah, she has to
anyway,
come. stop eating the crickets. We'll introduce her to mutura,
Please stop eating that shit.
the intestines. It's better than the crickets, and all that. So,
My
yep.
mom said that too. Good. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know each. Yeah, yeah, Jim, but whites know whites. So Putin knew they were coming to see. Russia knew if they didn't rebuild the military, fuck the economy. They knew the other white folks being savages were coming to see them. We're coming to see you, Joby. You ain't rebuilt your military yet. We're gonna break your back. So they knew the Russians were trying to be the friends. Remember, Russia said, "We're not enemies. We're friends. Let's be friends." Russia didn't want to fight no America. Russia wanted to be the friend. So let's all be friends. Let's all love. But they know that people. But they also know that white people are psychopaths. And what did America do? Said, "No, we're gonna come and steal all your shit and break you up." What kind of friend is that? I tell Joe I want to be your friend. I'm gonna go break her apartment up and steal all the shit.
Yeah, but we went in our family from
That's
here
my
as
family.
an opportunity.
Who's asking? Who's asking you questions? Somebody ask you about lunch. Who's that?
You're too nosy, like too nosy.
Who's
Nobody
that,
is.
Joby? Who's that, Joby? Who's
You
asking you
mind,
questions?
you mind your business. You
That is
mind.
my business, Joby. Who's that? Who's that? Christine asked you about what kind of food you want.
Much love. Have yourself
because
a beautiful
because
day.
because Somebody would just have said it, Joby. The hell you want to eat? Damn it!
Much love. See you guys later on
He said.
the reaction
He,
time on
he
Rumble.
said. He said.
Oh,
He said. You was like, oh, wait a minute. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I want to eat. I'll let you know. Shh, come on now. I'm doing the show.
much love, family. See you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys later on the reaction time.
Exactly. Where's our
And
damn lunch at? Where's
and
where's
later on the culture show.
where's our damn lunch at? Exactly.